Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, here's that 1666 after its bath. As you can see, this actually looks quite respectable. Put a few drops of oil on it and a soft brush after it came out of the sink. I got all the dirt off of it. And it has a bit of gloss to it. It looks nice. It runs well. I pulled the brushes, cleaned the armature, cleaned the springs, oiled the wheel bearings. It's been lubed and tuned. This is actually running very, very well. So let's turn this on. Still pulling 12-line L cars. Take this around. You can see how this is running. Forward and reverse. 50% power. As you see, running really, really well. So again, it just emphasizes everything I always say. Don't overlook the junk. I haven't really had to do anything to this other than clean it and lubricate it. Nothing else. It was definitely worth the $10. There's no doubt about that. So it looks nice. It runs well. The parts alone are worth twice what I paid for this. I pulled the motor out, dumped the shell down into hot soapy water, scrubbed it with a soft brush. And while it was still slightly wet, I put a few drops of oil on it, brushed some oil into the plastic, and oil bonds really, really quickly to this plastic. Gave it a bit of sheen and really, really cleaned it up, as you can tell. So, really, really pleased with it. If that white stripe was completely intact, this would look virtually new. It had been stored for decades, very likely in a hot attic. There was no rust on it, but there's some modeling to the plastic, which is usually indicative of heat. So this thing probably sat baking in a hot attic for years and years and years and years. That's why there's oxide, but there's no rust. Anyway, front and rear truck, it's complete, double reduction motor, minus its clacker, of course. And this was strange. I have never seen a clacker installed on a 1666. I've never seen one on any locomotive other than the Micromotor 490. So, an odd occurrence. I've never seen this before. That's why I was really puzzled when I ran it the first time what the noise was. It was obvious the push rod was hitting something, but I never expected to find a clacker in a 1666. Anyway, this is copper, so it comes in handy. You can do a lot with this strip of copper. Do repairs on other things using it. It's comes in handy. It really does. Anyway, I'm glad I found it. I'm also glad I took it out. Anyway, the 1666, as you see, looks quite respectable. No problems of any kind with it. It had been sitting for a long time. It needs to run. There's no doubt about that. The brushes were just absolutely cruddy. They were so thick with baked on oil, I had to literally pry them out of there. So that's reinforces what I said. This thing has been sitting someplace where it was hot for a very, very long time. Anyway, I'm going to run it the rest of the day and really pleased with this. It looks nice. It runs really, really well. It was absolutely dirt cheap. $10, really difficult to beat that. Anyway, this will probably be the last video on it. I've got 3 more locomotives coming. One will be here Thursday, I think. A couple of Lionels. Anyway, I just wanted to do a follow-up video on this. As you can see, it runs really, really well. So it runs nice, it looks nice, and it was really, really cheap. Really difficult to beat that combination. Anyway, I just want to do a follow-up video so you can see the end result. It runs nice, it looks nice. Just really pleased with this. Like I said, a great way to start a Monday. $10 on eBay. It's up and running. I didn't have to do anything to it except clean it and lubricate it. So just want to do a follow-up video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.